off. It's about 85 degrees in the spring, Sunday morning still, I guess. Pretty soon it'll be almost too hot to ride out here. It gets like a little over 100 in the summer. 105, maybe 110. Still isn't so bad because it's a dry heat. Your body has evaporative cooling. You sweat, but it evaporates so fast you don't know that you're sweating, but it does have a cooling effect on your skin. So as long as you have wind blowing across you and don't have to push your bike around too much, you can ride all year long. The bike I ride is kind of different from most dirt bikes or people that ride out in the desert. I ride a big street legal 950 V-twin. It's 500 pounds or so when it's full of gas, but I like it. It's a lot of fun. It's more fun to me because it's more challenging. Anybody can hop on a dirt bike and go ride some hard trails, but on a 950 it just makes it that much more difficult and more of a challenge. And then there was also the access issue. Dirt bikes, you can't go places on a dirt bike that you can on a street legal bike. I rode trials bikes for a few years just for the challenge aspect of it. I've always been interested in it, so I did competition and trials for a couple of years, and that was really fun. But then when I got the 950, I was having more fun on the 950 than I was having riding trials. You have to have really good balance with the big bike. You can't expect to go into something sloppy and then save it with brute strength. Your balance is really important with a big bike. You get 10 degrees off center and you're gonna hit the ground. The bar is gonna hit the ground. It's a heavy bike. When you're riding in the desert, you have to remember too that in 10 minutes on a motorcycle, you can cover as much distance as it would take you all day walking. So if you ride out in the desert remotely, you better be sure your bike's not going to break or you're not going to crash or get hurt, because you're out there. It really is wilderness out there. Chances are nobody's going to come by for a while. So you're better off riding with a partner or having some sort of rescue beacon. I use a satellite beacon that can alert emergency services and of my location. It's reassuring. I've had to use it once that I can think of, not for me but for somebody in my group. Hopefully I'll never have to use it again, but it's a good thing to have. You know, if you imagine riding out in the desert, all the videos or whatever that you've seen, it looks like a lot of fun, and it is, and it looks easy, but if something goes wrong, it's a whole different ballgame. It can be pretty unforgiving. We've sent a lot of people out on helicopter rides to the hospital. It happens. It's important to keep your bike in top condition when venturing this far into the desert. A small oversight in the garage can mean a long walk home. When your drive chain's worn out, get a new one. Throwing a chain's always a hassle, especially in deep sand. I always carry the tools I need, so this shouldn't take long. A little loose. You keep using it long after it should have been replaced. This morning it had a little bit of a flat spot on there, but that's gone. Here is an O-ring rather than an X-ring, and I think the X-ring costs maybe $15 to $25 more, but it's worth about 5,000 miles in my experience. But I think on my X-ring chain I got about 5,000 more miles than I got off of this. Because I think the only difference is, you know, the O-ring, it's round like that. If you get a cross section of the O-ring, this is the way I understand it anyways, it's just a circle and it goes in here in between the plates. The X-ring is the same thing, but it has this cut out of it, little things. How can that be worth 5,000 miles? Let's ride. The thing I like about riding in the desert is it's wide open. You can look across the desert out 20 miles and see something way over there and just say, I'm gonna go over there, see what that's like. And a lot of elbow room. I like elbow room. When you come out to the desert to ride your motorcycle, you need to be prepared. Whatever you think you're going to need during the day, you need to carry it with you. Repair stuff for getting flats, lots of water to drink. When something happens, you need to be able to take care of it yourself, because they're not going to drive out there with a AAA truck and fix it for you.